Hiya! I'm really excited and I don't know how to contain it. So I'm going to Japan in a couple of days. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. When you watch this video, I would have already come back from Japan, but it is a day before my trip. So I'm extra excited. And today we'll be looking at what I'm planning to take with me. I'm trying really hard to take as little as I can because I am planning to do some art supply shopping there, and I can always, when I buy something there, I can start using it straight away, so why not do that? So I'm trying to really minimize what I'm taking with me. Also, if you're new here, I'm Kama. I also go by Weird is the Best, which is the name of this channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, let's get into it. I have no idea how long this will take. I think it depends on how good I am at picking. But I prepared some water in case I am going to take some paints, which I think I might. And we'll get to that in a second. So firstly, my trusty sketchbook. I'm also going to take another sketchbook and I'm trying to decide whether it will be a bigger size, and I might take a slightly bigger size, but like a thin sketchbook. If I wasn't going to Japan, I would take one of these, but it's almost finished, so I don't want to lug a whole sketchbook just for a few pages. This is a Midori notebook, but it's like a blank notebook, so you can draw in it. And I've been using it for a while. I bought it in London. And yeah, I'm planning to get a few, so I don't think, if you hear noises... Okay, so I was waiting for the washing machine to finish, but now my cat is eating food, so apologies for the noise in the background, and my boiler just came on. It's just going to be noisy, but I think we can get through it, you know? So I was saying I'm going to take this sketchbook with me. So it's a Royal Talents Art Creation sketchbook, and it's been my favorite this year, last year, and I've been using it quite a lot, and I've filled about 10 of them before, or 11 if I count the bigger one. So I've been using them quite extensively. So I'll swatch my materials that I'm thinking of here, and then I'll also swatch some in here because I want to make sure that I can use them, that they will be nice on this sketchbook. One other thing that I'm planning to take with me, or like a couple like miscellaneous things, is like a sellotape, a Moft. This is like a phone stand, so I can use it for recording when I'm out and about and I'm by myself or something. So I can use this to prop my phone on it. One of the clamps, I don't need a lot, one I think should be enough. And I was wondering whether I should take art graph with me, so that might be something I do take with me. I do love drawing with it recently. One thing that I'm worried about is that I'll lose it, and this is the thing that I'm using to make my graphic novel at the moment. So if I did lose it, I guess I'll have to order it online. I don't know if Japan will have it, Japanese shops will have it, but yeah, I might or might not decide to take it. I'm trying really hard to take as little as possible. Keep your fingers crossed, because what's the point of taking loads if I probably end up using only a small portion of it? I'll be doing a lot of sightseeing and walking and, you know, exploring. So I don't think there's much point to bring lots of stuff, especially if I'm going to shop there. So that's my thinking. I might take a couple sheets of caddy paper. It's very light, so it's not going to add much to my backpack. It's a really nice handmade paper. Handmade, it's fair trade, 100% cotton. And you can see where it was dried, so it's like an imperfect kind of paper, but it's so inexpensive that, and really nice to use, like that I think it's worth it. So I might take this one. I also will be taking, for sure, I'll be taking this notebook, and it has all my swatches, or like all the swatches that I've made, and some ideas of what I might like. So like I really wanted periwinkle, I already got it. So I just highlight which ones I really want to get, and I tend to swatch my art supplies here, just so I know when I go to a shop that I don't buy duplicates. I tend to do that because I tend to like a certain color, and then I go to the shop and completely forget that I already have it. I do plan to maybe get some Holbein gouache, acrylic gouache, but I do really want to get some actual gouache. So I don't really have that much gouache, so wherever I take, I didn't really swatch. Did I swatch it? I think I swatched it, but I don't know where. There it is. I did thankfully swatch my gouache and like the nicer watercolors in tubes. I need to stick it in. So I think this will be a good thing to have with me at all times, just to make sure that I don't end up with lots of duplicates. Because like I can imagine myself seeing this Holbein watercolor in lilac and getting another one, because I'm just drawn to that color, you know. So that's the idea. I think the Winsor Newton gouache are only a tiny bit cheaper in Japan, so I probably won't get them because they're still quite pricey. They are quite good quality. And they were my first ever gouache paints. But I'm hoping that Holbein gouache, because it's made in Japan, that it will be much more affordable than it is here. I can't remember it. I think it's still a bit pricey, but at least it's less than in UK, because obviously it's right there. It's made right there. So yeah, I really can't wait to go. I've been waiting to go to Japan since I was like I wanted to go since I was like a teenager, and then I kind of stopped thinking about it. I kind of felt like, oh, I don't really want to anymore because I thought about it so much. And recently I've been seeing so many artists go there, and actually I started appreciating it again. So I've been waiting since 2020 or 2019 to go, which is crazy. So that's the swatch book, I guess. Okay, what should we start with? Let's start with paints, I think. So that should go faster. So I have like mini tubes, mini palettes. I don't think I will take this one because I want to take as little as possible. Sometimes having less makes you want to create more because the decision making like of what you're going to use is taken from you. So you just have to think about the making and not what you make with. But I have this like sweets mints box, and my friend, really lovely, I got a really lovely gift from my friend who made these clay mini palettes, and I think this is amazing. It's so cute, but also it's very travel friendly because it's really small. So I'll try and fill it up in a second. I will also have to remember to get 2 brushes, or 1 brush if I don't take this art graph, because this one will muddy up the brush. And I'll try and take a new one, but if I forget, I have this as backup. Let's get started. So let's think about what I might be painting. I'll be painting some buildings, some shrines, and I think shrines often have red, but I don't really have a red watercolor. So I might take one of these 2, and one of these is a bit dead, like it's gone off. They are quite old, like I think I got them in 2020-ish. I think this might be good. Let's just double check. This looks on the dry side. I think this one's dead, like harder. It will be harder to use because it's dried up a bit. So okay, I'll take this red gouache paint, and I don't mind mixing gouache and watercolors. I think there's no problem with that. Okay, I could add a bit more, I guess. I don't want to overdo it either. Maybe I am overdoing it now. because if I make it wet, it will spill over everywhere in the palette, so didn't think that through. Oh hey, it's a bit too late for that now. Oh, and I wanted to swatch them, didn't I? So I started this sketchbook to be my I got this as a Christmas present, and I added some like washi tapes that I got that were made in Japan, I think. This one I got from Choosing Keeping, and this one's from like a small Japanese shop. And I stuck I got this as a gift from my friend. It's like a heat pad kind of thing, but I used it, so yeah. And I have like a couple reminders of how to say nice to meet you and stuff like that in it, but there's not that much in it yet. I'll pick this page so I can swatch everything in it. Okay. Guess I could just take these, maybe. They're like dot cards, but I'm not going to. I think I'm going to pick my colors this way. I think this brush might have residual paint on it, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try a bit of red. I took more than I needed because I didn't want as much in the palette. It doesn't scream Japan to me, but I think maybe more diluted it looks better. What do you think? I know this one might be better, but I can't. I just don't think this one is good enough anymore. Oh, the other one. So it's the Spectrum Red that I picked here. I'm going to take it, as in it's already there, I guess. I also really like, what should I use? I don't think I'll be needing these. They're more on the shiny side. I guess when it's diluted, it looks much more vibrant for some reason. It's usually the other way around. Okay. I'm going to try the next ones straight from the tube, just so that I'm not actually putting them yet in the pan. There's something about this color, if you didn't yet guess. And I'm going to take this. That's a better amount. If I run out, I run out. Oops. Yeah, I'm overdoing it. I should just curb it. Curb it. Maybe I can like pre-paint some pages. Okay. Payne's Grey is a very nice grey. It went a little bit out of the tube. Do you ever have this problem? I tend to do that when I open tubes. I push out the paint. I think this is a really nice color, so I'm going to take it. I will take a much smaller amount of this one because I think if it goes wrong, this will be everywhere. I feel like I'm mumbling, but I think it's a weird day. It's like a day before a big trip. This one I know I want. It's a grey of grey, so I'll add it straight away. And I need to use this paint. I was wondering whether I should get my watercolor pieces of paper. They're just like random pieces of paper I cut out of a block, like a cheap watercolor paper. And I think I might, just so I can like paint a postcard if I feel like it. Maybe. It's really hard to predict what I might feel like drawing or painting when I'm there, because I might not feel like it at all, or I might be very into it, like I was on my mini art retreat in London, where I painted and drew everywhere and all the time. Like I was on a tube and I drew everything around me, so I hope I will. Doing this on a page will make you feel less precious about the blank page. It's a really good way of removing the blankness. Okay, I know for a fact, I know for sure that I want something. Trying to make some decisions here, but I think I'll pick one of these two, probably pink, not opera. And I want some sky colors, so I might take one or two of these. We'll see. Let's try this one. This one is Shinhan Pass, and it does separate from the binder a bit in the box, in the packaging, so it can get a bit weird. I think it's okay, and I think I want this color. They're both lovely, but I want this light pink. They are like a less expensive version of, I guess, it's not really Shinhan Pass, it's not really watercolor, and it's not really gouache, it's like a mixture. It says it's a hybrid of watercolor and gouache. And they are really nice, but they are of a cheaper, slightly cheaper variety, I would say. Because of that binder, I don't know what it is about it, but there's something wrong with it. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to even add it to the pan, to be honest. You will probably not dry enough. I might do a test. I might leave a bit, like a spot for it, but I might not take it. Let's see if it dries off quick enough. I think it will, because I remember it drying in my palettes, but I don't want to risk it. Okay. I have a few blues. So I have a Lunar Blue by Daniel Smith. It's a pricey one. So because it's a pricey one, I haven't really used it much. But I think it might be a bit too dark. It's basically the same or very similar to the Payne's Grey. It's like between Payne's Grey and Prussian Blue. So I don't think I need it. Let's try it. If you've seen my previous video, you know that I'm not very... Sorry about that. I hope it was in shot. You know that I'm not very aesthetically pleasing swatching person. I'm just not. And that's it. You see the binder? I don't know if you can tell, but it's very watery. It's really annoying. Yeah, it was just binder, no paint. It might not look like it in the video, but it's just like binder. It's purely, yeah. It's a nice color. Might be too watery again. But I'll have it on my backup list. Let's try this watercolor, Cobalt Blue Hue. And let's see. This was sold to me, like I asked for advice on... I either added... That was either leftover paint or mold. I really hope it was just paint, because I definitely do this all the time, so it was probably just paint. It's quite a bright blue. That might be alright for skies. It's not as subtle as this top one, so maybe I'll have to add a green. So this is a Winsor & Newton. And this one's primary blue. A bit more thick and I guess much cooler, and I think I prefer the warmer one. I might be able to add it as well, but for now I'll just use this one. Yeah, I'm definitely... I don't even know if I'll use this paint, but I like the idea of having the paint if I feel inspired, than not having it and then not being able to use it. And this is so small that, and doesn't really weigh much at all. So it should be okay. I don't know, will I need more than this for sky? I am too messy. Okay. I need some white, but I think watercolor might be too thin. And this green, and this one might be quite nice. It's by Daniel Smith, extra fine. Tempted to just plunk it in there, but I won't. This is really dark. Have a think about this one. And it's the Perylene green. I don't want this color on my sketchbook backgrounds. Okay, what else do I have here? I think... Sorry, I was off screen. I might try using this one, but if not, we also have this. Should I try ultramarine? I will try ultramarine as well. This one's lovely, but it's again watery. I think that will be enough. If I have some space left over, I might add some duplicates or something. Okay, let's try the blue first. So this one's Ultramarine by Winsor & Newton. It's close enough to that one that I don't need both. Like, it's not the same, obviously. And this one's much more watery, but I think it's fine. I don't really have to have this. I'm feeling proud of myself so far for being restrained. Too saturated. I know this is a useful color to have, but I just don't see myself using it. And I know this one will be too dark, probably. So, hey. Nice dilemma. I guess I could mix them both, but I'm not going. I'm not dedicated to put so much time into it. It's also very saturated. These are all my greens. Guess it's winter, right? So there won't be that much green out there. So maybe I'll use this. This. I'll only add a small amount. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oops. I have no idea what I've just done and why, but I'm rolling with it. Oh, and this one is Holbein, Artist Gouache. I hope to pick some up, rather than getting too many acrylic gouache. I think actual gouache will be better for me long term. But it's just so tempting to get the acrylic gouache because everyone's on it right now. FOMO. Okay. So what else can I add? That's Buff Titanium by Van Gogh. It's pretty much this sketchbook color. Probably not worth taking. And I also have Grey of Grey. No, Random Grey by Schmincke. And this is like a rare limited edition one when they put together all the pigments from that year that they haven't used. And they make a random grey. But I don't know if I like it enough. I do like it. I think it's unpredictable. Like it's a bit of a weird consistency. So I can maybe not take Art Graph and take this instead. It's a really teeny tiny one. Okay, I have 2 slots left. I will add some white. I think it should go here. My white wasn't pure, but doesn't matter. I'm definitely not a perfectionist here. I'm wondering whether I want this indigo. It's a watercolor by Shinhan, but it's a extra fine one, so it's like a nicer quality one. Run out of space, so let's continue here. Sorry, it did get a bit dry in the tube, so that's why it's a bit funny. I like it, but I already have a dark bluish, so I think I'll skip it. What should I do? Don't know what to do with the remaining 2 slots. It's a good problem to have, because I usually overdo it. Let's see how this is doing. Still pretty wet. Am I going to regret it? I am. I know I am. So as much as I want to take it, I should have planned this like a week ago. Too late. I'm going to get the weird red instead. close enough. Maybe primary blue, and then we'll be done. Oops. Maybe I shouldn't take any paint with me. On second thoughts. Things can end badly if I do. Oh gosh, everywhere. I'll fill it up, but I'll sleep on it, I think. Oh, this was almost the same. Let's just double check. Oh, that's the nice, cool one. Cool, I didn't use too much. Okay, so that's it for the paint. And this was primary blue from Winsor and Newton. Winsor and Newton, yeah. So because I'm taking the grey, I think I'm going to skip this. Fingers crossed. I might just forget and take it. Okay, I don't mind if they get dirty when I close the sketchbook. And they're about to. Everything's wet. This brush is not very good quality. Which is weird because it's the Pentel one, I think. Kuretake. Yeah, I expected it to be better, but it leaks a lot. So I have to try this. Okay, let's put this away. This will transfer over, but I don't mind. I will test the rest of my materials on this sketchbook because I just can't deal with the other one right now. It's too wet. Okay. So I thought for quick sketching, this is a nice tool. It's an Ecoline Duo Tip, water-based. Actually, I wanted the blue one. I lost it. I did lose it, so we'll see. Move this away. Okay, so this I'm taking, so it goes to the taking pile. Okay, let's get to the pens. So I already decided, if you've seen my previous video when I swatched all my Tombow brush pens, I picked this set of pens, and I'm more and more convinced that I might take it on the plane with me in the end, because I'm trying to take so little that I don't think they'll be getting in the way too much. So we'll see. I already swatched them for you on that video, but let's do it again, just so you can see what they're like. This is just a grey. It's very light. Should have tested it on this kind of paper, to be honest. It's 533. This one's N something probably. N89. My favorite, if you didn't guess yet, my favorite color, 623. 679. And I forgot to add the tape on it. I thought I did them all. So if you've seen my previous video, you know why I'm doing this. But it's basically that because those numbers wear off with time, and then you can't really tell what colors they are. It's weird that it wears off so easily, especially given the price of the pen. You'd expect it to last a bit longer. Like the pen itself lasts a long time, but the text on it could last a bit longer. Anyway, it's a small problem. And this nice red. 5856. Fun fact about me, I can read upside down. I can also write upside down. Okay, so definitely taking these. I also have this pouch that I'm going to use for it. See, it barely fit. Like when there's something else, it's a bit hard to take it out, but I think it will be okay. I also am in two minds about this Sailor Fude, mainly because I put ink in it that's not the most drawing friendly. It's maybe not meant for this type of wide nib. It's very watery. I think it's okay. The ink is beautiful. I hope I get it in Japan. It's Sailor Manyo Nadeshiko. They're a bit pricey in UK, so I hope to find some Sailor inks in Japan, and maybe some, whatchamacallit, like cartridges that I can use in these pens. But if I don't find cartridges, I just use a bit of syringe, like a fake syringe, not sharp one, blunt syringe, that's what I meant, and move the ink that way without making too much mess. But the ink is beautiful. I don't want to use too much because I'll be drawing with it. And I know a lot of people say you shouldn't take fountain pens on planes, but I think I've taken it on a plane before and it was fine. I think I might take this. It's a magic pencil, but I might take a brand new one and I'll just take their one extender with me, just in case I use it up. But I don't think it's a big one if I do. Just a pen, just for writing things down. I found the blue one. The difference between the ink is very big, so I really like this one. And it's great for sketching quick things that I know it's a pricey pen, but I got it really cheap in a sale, so I don't mind using it for just, what's it called? Sketching, doodling, things like that. This is a really nice pen. It writes on everything. I kind of use it just for sketching because it's so nice. Like, the range of it is really lovely. I feel like I'm wasting it but when I draw with it, because it's very soft and it goes really quickly, but I'm just going to take it because I love it so much. Next is a pencil I love for sketching. So I use it instead of like a graphite sometimes. Same kind of, I think I won't take this one because it's so soft it might break on the plane. But this I'm definitely taking. It's a Seaweed by Derwent Lightfast, my top pen for sketching. Then I'm probably going to buy these in Japan, so I'm just going to take one. When I say probably, I will definitely buy some. But I need a fresh one. I use them a lot, so I have lots of like slightly used up ones. Okay, I think let's try this. I think this is better. This is a hard tip. I think I prefer a softer one. I think already, yeah. This is something I took for Thought Bubble to draw portraits of people, but I didn't actually end up doing it. So maybe these will be more juicy. Yeah. definitely. So I'll just take one of these. So I might take these water brushes. I like keeping the nicer ones, the less used ones here, just so I know what's what. Okay. I also love sketching with this blue, what's it called? Graphite. It's quite soft and it's easy to control if you rotate your pencil. So I'm just going to get one. This, I was going to get a Blackwing of one or the other Blackwing that I have, but this one's small enough so it won't add too much to the weight. And it's a really nice one for sketching as well. And the last one for sketching as well. It's a bit lighter, so I can have like a light and a darker and a black, maybe, if I wanted monochrome. And I always take some washi tape. These are my designs. There's not that much left because I am definitely going to buy some, so I don't want to take too much with me, or I don't want to bring too much back. So I'm taking like a small amount of washi tape with me. Okay. I also have this sketchbook in which I've been drawing, I guess writing Japanese words for quite a while now. Like a while ago, and I kind of stopped using it recently. But it's just like all the hiragana. I don't think I have katakana in here, but some like basic words and things like that. I just thought it would be nice to have it with me. I might not take this, though this is useful. Genki desu ka? I know this one off by heart. Yeah, I know these sentences. Mochiron. Use this one today without thinking. Don't need this. Don't need this. Anyway, this isn't an art supply. I might... Should I take a white pen? No, my sketchbook isn't white anyway, so it won't do much good. Look at me, are you proud of me? Please tell me you're proud of me. I'm also going to take a sharpener. This one's by Derwent. To start with, I was very disappointed with it because I couldn't empty it easily. And it's a stupid system, like you have to open it. I won't do it because it will empty. I'll show you. It's stupid. It's bound to make a mess if you're out and about, but it has enough storage for me to use it out and about, sadly. And this mono eraser by Tombow. I'm planning to buy loads of these because they cost pennies in Japan, and I use them all the time. So that's... Is it? Is that it? My brain doesn't want to believe it. Don't know if I need this blue pen for writing. Probably not. I was also thinking of bringing one highlighter to go with the grays. I think that's a good shout, to be honest. I'll take this one. It's just a highlighter by Sharpie. Oops, I broke a pencil. Oh, it's seaweed as well. I already have one. I feel like even this is too much because I end up using just the things that are the easiest to access. No, I actually like this pen. I used it recently when I was out and about, and it was actually really pretty. Okay. I still need to get one of these. I also thought I'll take Dark Indigo by Caran d'Ache. Don't know if I should. Don't want to take too much. Kind of feel like this is plenty, but it's such a good color. It goes really milky. Oh well. Send me strength. Do actually want this too, because it's nice for blue skies, but I'm going to be strong. I'm going full. I want to take everything now. I just need to find this and I'll be good. I only have really small ones and that's a bit annoying to use. That should be big enough for the whole trip. And magic pencils. So this will be my last thing that I add. Just off-brand, cheap magic pencils. The best ones I found so far. I'm kind of proud of myself. I don't even need this extender. I fit everything pretty much here. Oh, I was thinking about not taking something, maybe this fountain pen, because I was thinking of getting another one, just so I can use one for like nice ink, nice colorful ink, and one for just black. Let me just double, triple, quadruple check. Yeah, I think I'll be okay without it. I can't believe myself. What's going on? What happened to me? So it's still plenty, like it still weighs a bit. Not sure about the paint yet. Probably won't take them. Probably won't use them. Every time I take them out to paint outside, I don't actually paint. It's a bit heavy, but I think I can deal with this being in my backpack. Oops. Oh, I wanted some graphite as well. I kind of do have graphite though. Do I need more? I did have some really nice one. I think it was 0.5. I love this one. This is really good. I mean, all of them are nice, so it's hard to pick. I'm going to swatch them in a second. This is pretty fun. Help, send help. I'm getting into a stage where I want to take everything. I already have something like this, so that's a no. This is pretty nice. Too hard. I like soft ones the most. Nope. Not for what I wanted. Bit too much. How am I doing this? I might take this one or this. Or, depending on what graphite is in this. I broke it. Do I even need more? I don't. I'm not believing myself. I'm actually curbing down on what I take. Unheard of, for sure. Let me know if you struggled through it, if you would have been able to curb as much as I did. I'm quite surprised that I was. I'm not sure if I wonder if I take these, they'll just come back with me without being used. I'll take a couple. But I might take this pouch and put things in it. Actually, that would be useful on the plane, wasn't it? So, yeah, that's much better. Keeps it nice and tidy. I don't even know if I need this necessarily. I can do without it. I can. Am I taking it? No. I feel weird. I was going to go through all my art supplies, but you know what? It's going so well that I'm not going to. Cool. I do want this. It's very useful in a sketchbook. What? I might take this for the shavings from the pencils. I think that's it. Let me know if you're proud of me, because I am. I know I've said it like 50 times now, but I'm in shock. And yeah, I can't wait to show you what I'll be up to in Japan and what I might get there. That might be a little bit longer video. I've recorded some vloggy bits before, and I'm still in two minds about editing them into something like a full video based on various different vloggy bits that I recorded. Maybe one day. But I'm toying with the idea of doing it in Japan. That would be interesting. And I know I love watching them, so I know I enjoy them. I just don't know if I will enjoy actually recording one or like sharing one. Oops, I just noticed this. No, I'm strong. Be strong. Yeah, it's fine. I don't need it. I'm going to put it in my backpack now, so I don't have too much temptation. This will be in my luggage. This will be in my backpack, I think. Don't think I have anything that will not go through security. I think that should be fine. I feel like I'm talking really quietly. I think I'm overwhelmed. So I'm going to finish very soon. Let me know what art supplies you couldn't go without. Like if you go on holiday, what do you always take? What colors? What materials? What mediums? I'm very curious. I've watched so many of these before that I don't know how I managed not to do what everyone else does and like pack everything. But I could have taken less. Like I could have just taken Tombow brush pens and nothing else. But I'm going to be there for like 8 days or something. So, and I'm going to travel like to the airport and from. So it would be nice to fill up the time and have a few different things to choose from. But I think that should be enough. Should definitely be enough. I did think about getting a bigger sketchbook though, didn't I? I could always buy it there. But this is quite small, like light weight. But I feel like if I stick to a single sketchbook, it will be easier. Can I imagine drawing in this? It's too floppy. No. But I also have these two zines, and I'm too scared to take them with me that they will get damaged in transit. But I'm going to look for them again today, just as a fun activity. And I'll also look through Sophie McPike's sketchbook zines. Oh wow, this is an hour long. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. If you could leave me a secret emoji for this video, it will be some Japanese food. Or if you don't like Japanese food, something to do with Japan. I'd love to see it. And leave some recommendations for where to shop in Japan for art supplies, or what art supplies you usually take with you, and for tips, and any tips that you might have for taking less with you, or maybe taking more if you're inclined that way. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day artsing, and until next time, bye, sayonara. So now you should see a link to the next video. If you click that, it will take you to the next one and you can continue watching swatching videos. You can also watch lots of sketchbook tours on my channel. See you next time.